In this video, we're going to go through how to manage your subcontractors through Yeti. First, we'll create a contract. Head down to Subcontractor page by clicking Subcontractor in the navigation bar. Here is where your list of subcontractors will be. First, we'll show you how to create a subcontractor's contract with a company who does not use Yeti. Click the plus button in the right-hand corner. In the subcontractor contract, you can state contract details such as name, length, contact info, and sites. Next is equipment and consumables. The list of rates shown are the default rates which you've set in the equipment page and the consumable page. Click the rate button to assign your own special rates for this particular subcontractor. Once you are happy with all the details that have been entered, click Save. When you create a contract with a company who's not already on the Yeti platform, a new Yeti environment is created for that subcontractor. This environment is being sponsored by you. To access the sponsored environment, click the double arrow button. By switching into their environment, you have the option to see exactly what your subcontractor can see if you choose to give them access to their sponsored environment. We would also advise adding in an admin user on behalf of the sponsored subcontractor. By doing so, the user can then log in and run the sponsored environment on your behalf. They can add in users, manage their own records, as well as keeping information up to date. To return to your own environment, click the company picker found at the top of the screen. Enter in your company name and click the double arrow button. Now let's show you how to create a contract with a company who is already using Yeti. Head over to the Yeti community found at the subcontractors page. Search using the company name or company code. For accuracy, we would always advise using the company code. Select the company and click the Create Contract button. If the subcontractor is a Yeti subscriber, they will receive a notification on their platform and will be given the choice on whether or not to accept or reject the contract. It's good to note that you will not be able to switch into the Yeti environment. Since they are a subscriber themselves, they own their own environment. You can only access the Yeti environments that you sponsor or own. Now that we've gone through the contract, we'll show you how to assign sites and routes. Create the sites as normal in the site page. Once you have all your sites listed, head over to the route page and click the Create Route button. Give your route a name and head down to the Assign To section. Select Subcontractors and select the subcontractor you want to assign. Then click on Select Sites. Select your sites you want to enter. Once you are happy with all the details that have been added, hit Save. These routes and sites should now show up in the subcontractor sponsored environment. Next, we'll head to the dispatch page. When a subcontractor is servicing a site, you'll be able to tell by the orange corner on the left-hand side of a record. Click on a record and see the exact information the subcontractor had entered while servicing the site. It's important to note that if you've chosen to give your subcontractor access to their sponsored environment, the subcontractor can edit these records as well as the ones in service history. If you want to limit this, you can do so by heading over to your company settings and heading to the bottom of the page. You can set the default number of days in which they can make edits. You, as the contractor, have the ability to view any changes made to a service record by clicking the Log button. Finally, we have the Global Map feature found at the top of the page. Here you can view the locations of all your crew members, including subcontractors, as well as the status of routes and sites. Now we'll head over to the subcontractor report page. This page holds records of every service performed by your subcontractors and how much is owed. Choose what's appearing on screen by clicking the column configuration button. Choose what order the information is presented in, as well as what is shown. Filter through records with ease by using our search filter found at the top of the screen. Here, you can filter through records using route information, site information, client information, and more. Download a record by highlighting it and clicking the Download button. A record will download in Excel format. This is for ease of sorting and view. And lastly, if you have QuickBooks set up, you can push your records to your QuickBooks Online account. For a successful push, the records must be approved off the dispatch page.